When my son was born, my parents looked at him in disgust. "What is that?" they asked, pointing at his eyes that were two different colors. The nurse explained he has a condition called heterochromia. Mom scoffed like she was disgusted. I turned to her with tears in my eyes because during childhood, she'd always been obsessed about what I looked like, but I thought she didn't care anymore. "Mom, you promised me you'd want to be part of my child's life no matter what he looked like." My dad rolled his eyes like I was the one in the wrong. "I want a normal grandchild, not one that looks ugly." Both my parents walked out, and I never knew when I was going to see them again. But a year later, I got pregnant again and gave birth to another son. And this one didn't have heterochromia. My parents found out and called me, begging to be a part of my children's lives. "Please, we've changed," Mom pleaded. "We're ready to be the grandparents your children deserve." Against my better judgment, I let my parents back into my life. They immediately started doting on my younger son, Jacob, while completely ignoring Calvin. They gave Jacob expensive gifts when they came to visit and barely even looked at the pictures Calvin would draw for them. Then I came home from work one day while my parents were babysitting my sons, and I couldn't find Calvin anywhere. My parents were in the living room playing with Jacob. After several seconds of frantic searching, I finally found Calvin in the backyard, locked out of the house and crying hysterically. "Get out!" I ordered my parents, voice cold. They looked shocked. "Get out!" I screamed. "You're going to regret this," Mom snapped as they stormed out of the house. About a month later, I came home from work early to find my parents' car in the driveway. My heart dropped and I rushed into the house to find my parents on the floor in the living room playing with Jacob. Calvin was nowhere to be found. "Where's Calvin?" I demanded. Mom shrugged. "Last I saw, he was out back," she said. My heart started racing in my chest as I ran into the backyard, calling his name. I finally found him in the garage, unconscious next to the refrigerator with an open can of alcohol next to him. I freaked out, scooped him up, and ran back to the house. Mom glanced at me with a frown. "He's probably just faking it," she said dismissively. "He always wants attention." I immediately called 911. The cops arrested my parents while the paramedics checked out Calvin. I went to my parents' court hearing, and Mom said on the stand, "It's not our fault our oldest grandchild was born ugly. They got the maximum prison sentence."